My sister shredded my passport the night before my flight. Tiny blue pieces scattered across the kitchen floor like confetti for a funeral. "Roaches don't deserve wings," she hissed, her grin sharp, her fingers still clutching the last torn page. And when I turned to my parents, their answer wasn't anger, it was agreement. "Your place is here," my mother said flatly, "scrubbing our floors, not seeing the world." They thought they'd clipped my wings. What they didn't know was that I had already flown. I used to believe family meant loyalty, that blood bound us tighter than ambition, tighter than envy. My sister and I were inseparable as children, partners in mischief, protectors in the chaos of our cramped house. She braided my hair before exams, whispered courage when my hands trembled. But love rots when resentment festers. The closer I came to leaving, the colder she became. Side comments, backhanded compliments. My achievements were luck, my acceptance letter a mistake, my dream job a fantasy. I ignored the cracks. I wanted to believe she was still my sister, until the night she ripped my passport apart. That was the moment I stopped being her sibling and started being her executioner. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. That would have given them satisfaction. Instead, I smiled, because while they thought they'd destroyed my future, they were only destroying a decoy. The real passport, the one stamped with my work visa, was already in a safe box at the bank. I had renewed it months earlier, never telling a soul. Paranoia? No. Preparation. I knew the venom in my house too well to leave my dreams undefended. So, when I missed my flight, I let them believe it was over. I let my sister revel in her victory, let my parents sneer at my failure. For weeks, I played the obedient child again, scrubbing their floors, folding their laundry, keeping my head down. Meanwhile, I was already gone. My body was in that house, but my life? My life was thousands of miles away, beginning without them. I emailed my boss daily, contributed to projects remotely, collected paychecks in silence. By the time I finally flew out, it was seamless. The company didn't just hire me, they invested in me. Within 2 years, I wasn't an employee, I was a partner. And that's when I began to plan my return. Revenge is best served cold, but I like mine calculated. Every paycheck I earned went into investments back home. Properties, businesses, names on deeds they never bothered to read. While my sister struggled with low-wage jobs and my parents drowned in debt, they never realized the silent benefactor pulling strings behind the curtain was me. I bought their landlord's house, raised the rent, waited. I purchased the loan their failing shop depended on, tightened terms, waited. Piece by piece, I dismantled their fragile security until desperation was the only language they spoke. And then, I delivered their salvation. I came home not as the failure they had mocked, but as the investor they needed. I walked into their crumbling shop in a tailored suit, my real passport tucked neatly in my bag, and offered to help. They signed everything over to me that day, too blind with gratitude to read the fine print, too desperate to question why I was suddenly their savior. And in that moment, the same family who told me my place was scrubbing floors, unknowingly handed me the deed to their cage. The climax came 3 months later, a family dinner. My sister still bitter, my parents still suspicious, but all of them dependent on me now. She couldn't resist one last jab. "You think you're above us, don't you? Still just a roach." I set my fork down, calm, precise. "No," I said, "I'm the one who owns this house, this shop, even your debt. Every floor you scrub now, every meal you eat, it's because I allow it." Their laughter died. forks froze mid-air. I slid the signed contracts across the table. Their names were on every page, beneath mine. My sister's face drained of color as she realized the walls around her didn't belong to her anymore. I leaned closer. You shredded a passport once, thinking you'd cage me here, but I was already free. The only ones caged are you. Since that night, silence rules the house. My sister avoids my eyes. My parents bow their heads. They live where I permit, eat what I provide, breathe on terms I've set. And I live thousands of miles away, flying in and out when I choose, leaving them in the prison they built for themselves. I don't need to scream at them for what they did. I don't need to demand an apology. Their lives are my apology, written in every rent check, every menial task, every fading dream they once had. Do I pity them? No. I simply did what they taught me. They clipped my wings. So, I broke theirs. People ask me now what it feels like. Revenge.